There she is, right on. This boat's bigger than what you think it is, Bev. We're right up, there's one more deck, just what you can see up there. We can go up there if we want it, we can go too wide. Supposed to be about 70 or 80 feet above the water. That's where the lifeboats are. We might use them, huh? I don't know about that. They're quick, people say it's going to be too dark shortly. And this thing is expensive. There's over there, that's the pub where we spent a couple of hours. To have dinner on this thing is $21 per person. That's all you can eat, small little type of crap. And breakfast is $10.50. So there it goes, 30 minutes before it's due to sail. So we went and bought a barbecue chicken, brought it back, smuggled it back aboard. Now for the river up there. We had a nice little trip up here, no worries whatsoever. It was in Deloraine at around about there's all the people down there saying goodbye. As I said, about 11:30 we got to Deloraine, stopped there for half hour. It's chips. Back up there again. Again, Dave. We're on the deck now. It's getting a little bit dark. We're just about ready to go. You can probably hear the rumble of the engines and all that crap. That's definitely over there.
Hello, you folks. Can you just pop the Spirit of Tasmania in your neck for me?
Yeah. Well, there you go, Bev. We're away, but we've got to turn around yet. I don't know. I'll just walk backwards here a little tiny bit. We just had our photograph taken. There's an old sea dog, if ever there was one. Yeah. There you go, Bev, there's the terminal. We just turned around. Jeez, I'll tell you what, they do a damn good job. Signal Blossom, vessel leaving port. A little tiny bit too dark. That should be alright. There's a marker beacon there. Well, this is the cabin, what you get. And I'm standing right hard up against the door. In that door there's a toilet and shower. The top bunk and the bottom bunk, and if I go carefully here, there's a ladder that you've got to climb up. And you can naturally see Rhonda eating a chicken because at $21 for dinner on board this bastard of a boat, but I mean it's not a love boat, but it'll be alright. Yeah, fair dinkum, you ought to see him up there in that bloody casino, Bev, and it's only about... Starting to move a little tiny bit, so he must be getting well and truly away from the Tasmanian coast a little tiny bit. Isn't it, Rhonda? Can you notice that bit of a roll?
Yes.
We haven't got a porthole because they cost you another $100. Anyway, stay tuned tomorrow morning on the way into Melbourne. We just drove across that bridge there. That's about 50 kilometres north of Sydney. So we'll just go down and film the bridge itself. There's the bridge. Just goes across a big gorge. That's the Pacific Highway there. Pacific Highway all the way to Cairns. In the fast lane here, which is 110 kilometres an hour, and you're doing less than 110 kilometres an hour, you can find a minimum of $95. They've got the slow lane and the legal speed limit lane. And if you're not doing 110, they hit you for $95 fine. Minimum 95. The Big Banana, Bev. 340 kilometres to go to Brisbane. It's only about 10 o'clock in the morning, so we'll get to Brisbane easy today. It's the Pacific Highway just outside this little restaurant thing at the Big Banana. There's all the bananas growing up there on the hills. Thousands of the bastards. This is nice. How many degrees would it be, Rhonda? At 20 odd?
Oh, more than that. 24.
About 24, Rhonda reckons. And it's only just gone 10 o'clock, or not quite 10 o'clock. There's one of the old shops. Still the old shirts from, when was that? $18.23, and it's still original. Up a little bit. There we are. We've got 60 kilometres to go from where we are now to the Queensland-New South Wales border. It's 1 o'clock Monday afternoon, so we've done real well today. We've got to wait up past 6 this morning. We just stopped. Oh, we stopped for breakfast. Beautiful day. Shorts tomorrow. We're leaving it up past 6 and going straight through to Rockhampton. So, some fresh vegetables. See if we can get pumpkins for $1 each or something, I think they will. Can't quite pick that. I think it says $1 each for pumpkins. So we've had a real good run so far. We expect for 2 days. The first night when we left Melbourne, or the first morning, we stopped at Gundagai. We got tangled up in with the trucks and everything, of course, because it rained like all Christ, and we never got there till late. There we are, celebrating. What's that? $350 kilometres to go to Rockhampton. Right, here we are at Barwell. It's a nice place, this. It's 10 past 8 in the morning, people. Wait for the bank's open. Oh, whoops, I mean social security. 20 minutes to Philly. Silly me saying the bank. There's supposed to be a fair bit of work up here. I was talking to one of the locals in the pub on tomato picking. This is about 20 kilometres out of Bowen. I'll just show you how dry it is up here. They haven't had decent rain up here for about 7 or 8 years. It's just nothing. This road goes for about 30 kilometres without a bend in it. The other side of the road. There's creeks and everything here. Just up there, there's a bridge. It hasn't had water running down it for about 10 years. How these bloody cows and stuff, things out there eating anything, I don't know. You don't realise that, you know, in Tassie outright. Right, here we are. Into the so-called wet belt. So it's all sugar cane over there. Just having a little spell here. Because we're, what's that? 79 kilometres to Townsville. It's all sugar cane. Everywhere you look, they tell you how far back the ambulance stations are. So far, in the last 4 days, there's been 3 people killed on the highways up there. There's one killed further north, about 20 kilometres out of Townsville. Early this morning there was a roadblock. Hello, what's this? See, they wrapped I called into the local pub there about 10 o'clock. They wrapped the beer up in old newspapers. Doesn't look nice if you're walking out of the pub. It's this old machinery or something. More sugar cane. There's miles of it up here. Well, here we are at Cardwell. We're going to stop at Townsville. It's only 225 kilometres up the road to Cairns, so we kept on going. That's the Whitsunday Islands out there. We're about 180 out. Just walk in there, don't trip us over that bloody great tree there. About 180 kilometres from Cairns, so it's just gone 2 o'clock, so we'll be there in an hour and a half. It's overcast. Still warm though. Where the ferries leave from. There's the main drag up there. Where is it? Let me have a look. The main highway and the shops and everything are just over the other side of the road. We're directly opposite the pub. We're just having a quick snack. Looking along the beach. Yeah, this is this little park thing just alongside the highway. There's the highway just up there, just above Rhonda's Head. Where the cars are and the shop and the service station just up there. The hotel. And the beach is just down there. Today. Don't know what the name of this beach is. Just turned off on the side of the road for about halfway up the road from Port Douglas, towards Port Douglas. There's a crawl boat out there. No other people anywhere near us. No, none at all. No, only, there wasn't another boat up here. There's a little slow tide. There's a plane coming in up there. Where is he? Come here. Where are you? There he is. See how close they come? That's just about coming over where we are. There's the airport just over there. You're there in a minute when he touches down. It's low tide here. There's 2 bridges up there and they're just through those trees to the highway, and they're warning people not to go swimming in there. You see that plane in a minute. See, hear him? Here comes another one in. There he goes, down behind the tree. Looks like we've got a storm coming in, or it's going to come up this way, but it don't look like it tonight. There's no wind. It's overcast. The humidity's right up this afternoon, but it's only 27 degrees. We're at one end of the beach here. If we look around this way, there goes the beach, right up there to that, up there. There's the beach just down through there. We go around here. Where are we? I'll just stop. And just up there where that boat is, that's where we live. Rubbish tin day today, they come twice a week up here. Yeah, that's where we are. Where we are, there's a plane just right, just nearly above the roof. And that's our place just up there where we are. There's a little, Jesus Christ, where's he going? There's a little boxes there. You can see how close the planes go. There he is. Right, there's the swimming pool. Just starting to rain too. There's a barbecue over there. It's through over there where those stairs are. Let's go up to our place. Right, this is in the lounge room. Kitchen's table's fixed to the wall. We walk up here. Oh, I see where we go. Into the bathroom and toilet. One of those little horrible baths where you've got to curl up like a... Into the spare room. This is the main bedroom. There's plenty of wardrobe. See the louvers at the bottom of the door, the bottom of the windows. And back out here again. That's the back door. Go around here again. There's the kitchen. It's only a pokey little kitchen. It's only about half a mile from where we live, Bev. See the colour of the water down here, all that dirty green. See? All the mangrove swamps over there. I reckon it's cold up here today. There are all the swamps and everything like that. You wouldn't get me walking through there. Mud. Yeah, where this little river thing, just up there about, oh, I don't know, I suppose half a mile, it comes out into the ocean and people go swimming. Yeah, just cop this, just let you go walking through that stuff. His house is just over there. There's the road. There's the road up there, you see? Okay. This is the other end of the beach, Bev. I'm going to walk through there in a minute. Don't think I'll be going for a swim, no. Right. See the coconuts. When you go onto the beach, there's little signs warning you not to sit under the coconut trees because it's a windy like a day like it is today and they're just about ready to ripen. They drop out and they brain you, the bastards. Well, we're standing right under one now.
Hey, Nick. Nice.
Fighting Christ out of them. There they are up there. But no one worries about it. They just leave them there and blowing up a little tiny bit this afternoon. All the locals have gone off the beach. See the trees up there when they have a storm? Now the ocean comes up, well it's creeped up a little bit this afternoon, all the fish ice. We had rained real heavy the last 2 nights. See that palm tree up there? That's not very far. If you come back here in another week, it'll be us over here. Because the ocean just comes in every time they have a storm and they tear it away and the trees just drop down. That's where you can see all the dead wood. See the storm clouds over there coming up the cold sea. Okay, keep going straight across there. You're in and up that way, 400 miles, is Port Mudge. You are Cairns. All the locals have gone home. got their jeans on and I've got my shorts on. See the hang glider up there? But it's getting quite chilly now. They're actually starting to sell electric blankets in the shop. See the storm over those islands over there. Naturally I can't help filming aeroplanes. Hello Bev, how are you? Yeah, well this is the same day as it was a few minutes ago. But the temperature's dropped right down to what would it be? It'd be lucky to be 20 degrees yonder, wouldn't it?
20?
Yeah.
Looks like.
It goes still and then the wind comes up. You can see all that shit coming in from up there. A few black clouds coming over. This is the, what is it? The Barron River and the Barron Falls. There's a railway line right up there. There's the power station. That's up the gorge. And down the gorge. This is a mangrove boardwalk along here. This is out near the airport. Goes for about half a mile. It's about 3 foot, about a metre above the swamp. Filthy with mosquitoes. You can hear all these crabs, mud crabs and everything. They're the things making the clicking noises. There it goes through there. There's not a cloud in the sky now, but it's all completely covered over with trees and everything. You hear the frogs and little things jumping out of the water down there. You would never be able to walk through there. There we are again. It's only about 8:30 Saturday morning. This is out near the airport. If you stand still long enough, the mosquitoes pick you up and carry you away. Ron's have gone back to the car. It's filthy with them. The trees look like they're on little stilts. Look at them all. There's the trail into the swamp. And there's the airport just over there. But here we are at Fisherman's Wharf. We just come into town and go to the market. As you can see, it's low tide. It's right up there to... There's the airport right up there. That's the mangrove swamp where that walkway was, through there. I tell you what, this place is like a ghost town. Ron was only saying. There's businesses closing down and up for rent, and it is just going to finish up like a second surface paradise. Nothing. Everywhere you look, there's little restaurants. Nobody in them. $8.50 for 2 cups of coffee and 2 toasted tea sandwiches. Japs walking around everywhere, they're not spending a penny. Here come the Marines. You go for a ride on these helicopters for about $150. Here's a couple of lucky customers, Japs of course, you go with them, that's going to cost them about $300. Oh, I don't know how long it takes, about an hour or something. Fly right up, pick you up, bring you back in another hour at a time. But you're about $300 cheap, worth off. The more people you take, the cheaper it gets. With 2 people, you're paying $5. This is the marina where all the cruise ships and fishing boats leave from to go out to catch fish and whatever. Money's that tight. You can see the signs everywhere. Can't get people to go out on it. Talking to a fellow yesterday in the city who's been up here for 10 years, and it's the quietest you can ever remember it. That includes when the airline strike was on. It was supposed to be the #1 tourist destination in Australia. Absolutely nothing. No one's spending a penny. Where am I? There it is. There's a casino over there. Don't know if they're going to make any money out of that joint. You can put about, when it's finished, you've got to put about 3 rest points in it. Probably 4. It's a monstrous big view. And here we have, it's just about home now. Here's a jumbo coming into land up there. Where is he? straight through the shortcut. This is Lake Morris, about 20 kilometres inland from Cairns. It's a real horrible windy road. See pelicans out there? This is where all the fresh water comes. Through the trees a bit. This is a better one than up the road further. That's the southern part of the town. There's a road up. All new subdivision down in there. To Cooktown. It's 325 kilometres from Cairns. We're going to try and get up here and back into one day, but it's only 8 o'clock in the morning. We left it up at 6. We've still got 200 kilometres to go. This road is straight. Just up there, that's the first bend in the road we've seen for, oh, I don't know. She's out in the middle of nowhere up here. There's one little township up ahead. That's the last stop to buy petrol or anything like that for about 180 kilometres. Right. We just went through this township right up there, which was called Mount Carbine. I don't know, just up there in them mountains. And there's just a service station and a pub. It's the last place to buy petrol and anything to eat for 200 kilometres. It's that dry up here. Look at that down in there. We've got about another 60 kilometres of sealed road and then another 100 odd of unsealed. The golden rule is up in this neck of the woods, if someone's parked on the side of the road with the bonnet up, you pull up. They're in some sort of trouble. This is a lookout at Cooktown. I'll go a little bit higher up in a minute. This is up on the lookout. You can't go any further unless you've got a four-wheel drive. That must be the airport right over there. It's only 600 and... No, big part. 325 kilometres from Cairns. And we left at 6:30 this morning and got here right on the dot at 12 o'clock. over 100 kilometres of unsealed road, and it is absolute nightmare. Just a joke. With the money what them politicians are throwing away to give all the chinks and everybody else around the world money, and yet you've got one of the main highways in Australia, what you need a four-wheel drive to travelling. Just an absolute joke. All up there, that's an Aboriginal reserve, and if you're a white man, you've got to have a permit to drive through it. And once you get a permit, you're not allowed to leave the road. But, well, as I say, we got here at 12 o'clock, and they were urinating against trees down in the middle of the town down there outside the TAB. But that's all right, because they're black. They're allowed to do those sort of things. That's filthy with them up here. I tell you what, they ought to shoot the lot of them. But to go anywhere near their land, well, no, you've got to have a special permit. There's some of the beaches. That's all been handed back to the Cairns. This Mabo legislation, rubbish. They told me 2 or 3 years ago you could turn around and sail a boat across there and just tie it up to the beach and go fishing and just lay on the beach. Can't do that anymore. You've got to get a special permit because the black fellas own it now. They don't want it anyway. All they do is just lounge around the pub and bet on the TAB. That's all they can do. They're clever people. They're that dumb and stupid that they don't even have to turn around and fill a dole for me. Just looking back down the coast. We were going to sleep in the car tonight. But, we decided to be extravagant and stop in a motel. So all told, Jane, there's a lighthouse. This is the end of the road. Unless you've got a four-wheel drive vehicle, you can't go any further north. The top of Cape York is right up in that direction, about 550, 600 kilometres. That's just looking out at the where we're stopping for the night. As I said, we're going to sleep in the car, but it's too hot. This place is absolute murder. So we've got to stop at this motel. They were $57 a night, but we turned around and we got them down to 50 or something like that. I mean, it's all right up here in this particular place. Look out. It's too hot. Absolutely kill you the heat up here. So we're going out to do a little bit of shopping in a minute. It's only about, what time is it, Rhonda? Look at me watch. 2 o'clock. This carpenter's working very... Right. Now the sun's going to be on that cloud. This spot where I'm sitting in this plaque is the exact spot where Captain Cook there's a trouble with the light here. Beached the Endeavour on the 18th of June in the year 1770. That's 225 years ago tomorrow, because we're in Cooktown at the present time, and they're all going to go absolutely berserk here. So that's where it all started from. And that's the rock what they pulled the Endeavour up on. If you look around here, it's a park now, of course. There's supposed to be stopping at this motel up here a little tiny bit. Yep, that's the motel where we're stopping at. I picked that pretty good. Commander, Endeavour, which was beached and repaired near this side, 17th of June, 4th of August, 1970. 1770. That's Palmer's River Roadhouse over there. It's just, what, 208 kilometres to Cairns. We just went and had a meal there. Breakfast come dinner, it's about 10:15. Doesn't look much, but by gee, I tell you what, it's spotless inside, the toilets and everything like that. You go back up the road, up that way, about another 10 kilometres, and the road, the sealed road stops, and it's 114 kilometres to Cooktown, so you've got 100 kilometres near enough to of unsealed road, and it is absolute murder. I will tell you what, I'll never drive it again if someone offered me $1,000. No way. Sometimes you're down 40 kilometres an hour. Well, when we come up here yesterday morning, we done 320 kilometres, and it took nearly 4 hours. But there's nothing to see when you get there, all these just useless blacks laying around the streets. That paralytic drunk, because the cops just pick them up and throw them in the back of a paddy wagon and lock them up for the night. Right, this is Mount Carbine. This is an old disused mine. Hasn't been used for, oh God. And right down the bottom there, it's full of water. That's about 100 feet deep or something, I think. Be an ideal swimming place, but it's all fenced off, and I was just talking to the lady in the roadhouse there. She says you can go up everywhere you look, there's signs keeping you. People drive their cars up here and have, well, they used to have barbecues and get boozed up and fall off the, what's the names? Levels, and so now it's completely closed off. Now this is Mount Carbine. Hotel, service station and roadhouse, that's it. I don't know what they used to mine up here. It looks like in gold or something, because all this seems to be that whitey coloured in amongst the rocks and everything. I don't know. Pretty big. I mean, it goes right. That's ripped the whole lot of the mountain off. That's the helicopter working on the sky rail thing. It's going to open in August. Everything's blown up by helicopter where the pylons are. See the cable down underneath you? There's the pylons just going up the mountains up there. Here he comes back again now. This is in the Bark Trinity Beach Hotel. This is where the army used to train just for the war. Righto, this is off on the road to Cairns, looking down over the city. That's straight down there is the shopping centre. You can see in the pub. There's the roundabout. There's the highway heading towards the city. Up and bounce. It's all changed so much. It was only up here about 3 weeks ago and it was all green, but you can see the brown patches because they're harvesting the sugar cane and I can't pick up the landmark where we turn off. Just over there in that brown patch, that's Holloways Beach. There's the airport over there. It's 27 degrees today and they all reckon it's cold. Yeah, that's right. That's Yorkie's Knob over there. It's the beach. And then eventually you can see why. And they literally guarantee this is free of crocodiles. It's a swimming hole and everything. If any of them get in here, they catch them and take them up to crocodile farms. But if you go down there, which I'll show you after, I'm just filling in time because Ronald's gone to the hairdressers and I've got 3 hours to fill in. There's another swimming hole down there further. With signs everywhere, not to keep away from the place because of the crocodile. And what they call a resident crocodile has been living there for the last 12 months. It's 2 to 3 metres long, and the locals don't want them to pick it up and take it away. But people still go swimming there. There was one fella in the paper the other day. He had his kids there swimming, and he just sang out, come on, get out of the water. The crocodile's swimming in the water. And the kids just get out of the water just like it's, I don't know, they're mad. So they've got these signs everywhere. I'm just going to have a look at the swimming hole in a minute. It's only half a mile up the road where we were a few minutes back, where you can swim quite safely. There's a marker over there. When it floods, 5 metres. Can't pick it up. Right, this is where the swimming hole is, where they call what the locals call the resident crocodile. He's been here for about 12 months. The national parks people have want to take him away, but the locals don't want it being taken away. I've been looking for it for a couple of days. Rhonda won't get out of the car when we come up here. Well, we've seen that sign back over there. This is where the kids come along and jump over on straight off that bridge there into the water and swim around and everything like that. They don't care. It is in this area there. That's the main bridge. There's another small one down there which you can see. But you don't know, I mean, it's that sort of sandy on little sandbars and everything like that, and sandy banks. Like up there, for example. See it right up there? If they're laying out in the sun, you're wandering along, you know, they'll still have a go at you. They can run as fast as a dog on land. But the only way you get the chance of spotting him is going up and down here in a boat. Or go for a swim. I said to Rod, we'll bring some chops and legs and lambs and everything like that up and start throwing them off the water's edge down here, well, you know, just down here or something like that. Fowls, they like fowls. Yeah, if you get a few chooks or something, and once they knew that there was every day that there was going to be something thrown in for them, they wouldn't be too far away. Because that's only the one that they know about. What about the ones they don't know about? It's a beautiful day today. We've had, what's Tuesday? Wednesday morning it is, that's right. 26 degrees today, lovely. It's been not a cloud in the sky and it's beautiful. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday was rain and horrible. Well, we get to sit inside and watch videos. Just the bridge just over there and all around under there and on the other side of the river. There's a caravan park. People just run down here and jump in because it's ideal little swimming. They call it a water and all, but it's a little bit bigger than that. It's a river. It's the can't think of the name of it yet. A few lucky customers over here trying to catch a few fish. But that's the sort of thing you get. See, that's sort of rocky and sandy. Evidently it's not unusual for the crocodiles to walk up and lay in the shade and everything under all those sort of trees and everything like that, and you wouldn't want to walk along and tread on one or something. I don't think you get close enough to tread on one. They tell you, there's little pamphlets they put out around the place and everything like that. They tell you not to play and annoy any of the local dangerous reptiles, snakes, crocodiles, etc. and everything like that. Leave them alone and they'll leave you alone. But you don't exactly run around with a big stick looking for crocodiles and everything like that, you know. This place is barrel money. This is what they all come up here to get, because it's still tidal, even though we're about 6 kilometres inland. And they catch quite a few in here, haven't they? It's a nice little spot. Barbecues everywhere, you know, you just... pull up and have a barbecue, and only about 10, 15 kilometres, it gets pretty warm up here, because you're out of the sea breeze a little tiny bit. Right, this is the Rwanda Resort. What they advertise on Sale of the Century, you know, do you want to take the trip or come back tomorrow night? And, you know, you get a trip up here with Qantas and about 10 grand to spend, and works out about $17,000 for 5 nights or something. It comes complete with a golf course, everything like that, you know. There's a bar in there, but nobody goes into the bar because you've got to have special dress and all that sort of crap and everything like that, and be prepared to pay about $5 for a glass of beer. But you'd have to be just filthy rich to stop in this place, but money's no object. Because still, you know, fair way to walk to the beach, but you don't have to worry about that because they've got swimming pools and all that sort of crap, saunas and gym. It's a joke. So I don't know what you do if you got up here and won that trip on Sale of the Century and you didn't play golf, or it rained for the week you was here. Still filling in time waiting for Rhonda to get her hair done. I've got another hour to go yet. I think I might have to go back to the Trinity Beach pub. Right, Trinity Beach. That balcony up there, it's a red chair I think, that's the unit we stopped at a couple of years back. And you can look straight down onto the beach from there. That's the army places. Look what we've got now. That used to be a park. Half them places are empty. Alright, this is looking along Trinity Beach. Yes, it turned out to be the warm day today. You see the vinegar there? They need bottles in that for the stingers. They haven't even got the nets out. You're supposed to swim this ride. This is a dangerous time of the year for the stingers. No one takes any notice, though. They just go swimming anyway. There's a well sunburnt young lady sitting there. That's one thing I've noticed up here, these when they sell bikinis, they must only sell the bottom half. That's Yorkie's knob over there. But there's a hell of a lot of women running around with no, they're topless. Raising little hussies. Yeah, it's nothing unusual, you know, like the first couple of days I was up here, we walked down to the beach and I thought it was a bloke walking up. I said to Rhonda, I said, gee, I said, look at that. But it was just young shit, about 18, topless, with these little bikini pants on, and then she just pulled up in front of us. I'm doing the right thing, sitting on the beach trying to suck on the stubby. And started doing aerobics and all this sort of stuff. I nearly swallowed my stubby. This is Esplanade. It's about a mile long. See the mud and everything out there? They've cleaned this all up here a month or so ago when we first got up here. It was lousy with the blacks, they'd all be laying around under the trees drinking, but now the coppers, they patrol this all the time. As soon as they spot a black fella, they just pick them up and take them away and chuck them in the lockup because it was dangerous. They were abusing anyone, especially if you were white, and the tourists didn't like it. You can't upset the Japs. Still pretty dangerous at night time to come down here. They warn you to keep away from it. It's this low tide. They're talking about what's they putting artificial sand carting in by the truck on the beach. It's going to cost them millions of dollars. So I reckon it doesn't look very nice, which it doesn't. That's the pier right up there. That's Trinity Inlet where they're talking about building a bridge to open up all that area over there.
Tiger soup.